Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the commentary zone. First of all, I must apologize. I had an audio issue. Jamal couldn't hear me. So we figured you wouldn't hear me either. So then what's the point? Anyway, welcome to the show. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We do apologize for being late today, but it's been a quirky week. On the docket today, we have 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 3, First Date, Second Thoughts. Oh my God.
Okay, MVP for me was Ximena.
Mm-hmm.
She was a whole mess. I was sitting there like, what?
I felt like we were on what is that show? The Price is Right, where they go through the showcase showdown and everything that Mike got her.
I mean, but her story, I was just like, what?
Oh, the second baby story.
No, the
And
first one. The
well,
first one got
the
me.
age on the first one and saying, well, both of them. Let's just put both of them right up there
Right.
because y'all said she's 24, right?
That's what we're gonna go with. This is what she told us.
And the first kid is 9.
Correct. And that was a one night stand.
And I don't know about y'all, but when I was 15,
14, most likely.
I wasn't doing that.
Right.
I was studying.
Exactly.
I was playing like video games.
I mean, when she said like the first boy, I'm like, and she said he's 9. I'm like, hold up, math, okay. And she said it was a one night stand. I was like, girl, what?
And then the second one, she really wanted a second baby. He's 3. And she went to the jail. And the second time of hitting it with a leg up in the air, I was visualizing. I was just like, what is going on here? But she got pregnant.
But you know what? When she said the slip, she made the slip. She's like, I love him. She's like, oh, I loved him. I'm like, oops, yep, poor Mike.
Yeah, I got the feeling that she's still in love with the guy in jail,
Yes, she
if
is
he's still in
definitely.
jail. But The Price is Right took me. I didn't know he was funding the
Hmm.
benefactor for so many things. I thought he said, well, a washing machine and a fridge, but I could be wrong. But he kitted out her whole entire home. Plus, he pays the rent, and I'm sure that there's some extra in there for food and necessities and
Right.
utilities. Mike. And,
Yeah.
oh my
I mean, I just don't like with him. Like, I feel. Here's the thing. I feel bad for him in a way. I really do, because you can just see this is like we gonna take you for a week and get to United States and we're out. You can just see this, and I'm looking at him like, but he's already stated like he really has low self esteem, so he's the perfect patsy for someone like her. Like, cause he's gonna be happy with any attention he gets, and she knows that.
Okay. So Trey says at least she kept it real. She's clearly stated that she was looking for a come up for herself and her kids. Who needs attraction? Yes, because attraction
Mhm.
got her into the situation that she's in now.
Exactly.
And I'm going to be quite honest with this. Anyone who is trying to come to the States is always looking for a better life for themselves, their
Right.
children, their family.
Hmm.
Let's just call a thing a thing. You're not going to leave everything that you know behind just for a joyride. You're just not. Black Lavender says she's playing Mike for all his money and she wants to make it to the United States. Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan agreed. Mike is keeping her afloat. She admitted that because she said she couldn't get work during the panty. But how many other guys are keeping her afloat? No worries, paranormal. You're not late. We were really late. So, guys, thanks for hanging in there with us. When he was saying, okay, when he was saying farewell to his dad and grandpa, right? Love that grandpa and him had that moment where they hugged and kissed. His dad asked, "What's your plan?" And he says, if everything goes well and I propose to her, I'm going to come back and start the K1 process. And then, she'll come here. And he said the kids were 7 and 3. So he doesn't know the right age of those children,
Right.
or at least one of them.
At least one of them.
And they're going to live in there with.
Exactly.
Bet she don't know that. I, I was a little taken aback by that. I'm sorry. And then he gets to the airport in where is she? Colombia?
Colombia. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He gets to the airport in Colombia, and apparently he thinks that she's supposed to meet him at baggage claim. But she doesn't. Now, how can she meet him at baggage claim? Because you have to collect your luggage to clear customs or at least customs. You have to collect your bag. Some places do immigration first, then you collect your luggage, and then do customs. But in Barbados, I have to collect my luggage, then clear customs and immigration, because they're going to dig me up for every little nook and cranny that I'm worth, so they could charge me duty. Just saying.
Gotcha. I've heard about duty. I'm like, excuse me?
Returning resident.
I need duty
Yeah.
free. I need a duty free. Where they at?
No, you can do duty free when you're buying there, but they know a returning resident is bringing stuff.
Okay.
They're sorely disappointed when I show up because I've got nothing.
Right. You're like, I'm not bringing the thing.
I've got nothing. I'm not traveling with all that. I'll send it home in barrels.
Exactly.
I'm old. I'm like Caleb when he said my left arm is hurting from lugging these bags. I make it as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Just saying. But yeah, you can't you as a person picking up someone can't get in past the customs and immigration part.
Right.
You got to wait outside.
I was like, how was that possible? I was thinking, I'm like, well, because it was all empty. I'm like, well, maybe she can't get that far because maybe I was thinking it was maybe it was something with customs. I just assumed that she couldn't get through there. Look what Ryan said. She said in Chicago,
you
go through. She says in Chicago you go through customs, then baggage claim.
Right, and then you go and you meet your people that's picking you up, right, Ryan?
That makes sense.
Yeah, because when I come back into Miami, I clear immigration and then go get the luggage, and then I can see people, I think. It's been so long. Oh my God.
That makes sense.
My last trip was January 2020. Last trip was January 2020. And then the world stopped. My God. But yeah, I feel bad for the children who are involved in this. Oh my God. Yeah. But quite honestly, they might be used to it by now in this situation. And this was just mind-numbing for me. I think he's gonna have like a shock to the system or an eye-opening moment. I want the best for him, but I think he's a little delusional going into this.
I don't think it's delusional. I think it's more like he's, like I said, I really think it's just so low self-esteem. I really do.
But these are bad decisions.
But he's not thinking that. He's like, oh my God, this pretty girl like likes me. I'm like, okay. And we've been talking for all this time. She says she loves me, yada yada yada. I mean, he's a vulnerable patsy. That's all. That's really what it comes down to. And I think in his mind, he's like, this is probably the prettiest girl I ever like have a chance with. So if I don't take the chance now, I may not ever have this chance again. And this will lead you to make bad decisions. And my thing with him is this: you you're in IT, you're smart. You've been talking to this woman for months, almost a year, if not longer.
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't you start learning Spanish?
Right. They have a huge, like, he's like telling his father and grandpa, we have the phone. What?
Yeah,
And it's the same thing with the girl, Memphis. Same language barrier thing. I don't know. Okay, poor thing is a trick and doesn't even know it. You remember his friend from last week, John, the one with the wife when they went toy shopping?
oh yeah. His
Um,
friend, right?
right.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think that their suspicions are more on point
Mm-hmm.
than Mike's expectations.
Right, because you remember the friend's face. He was just looking at him like, "What's wrong with you?" He really was like, "Dude, no." Like he, I think if he could have, he'd have tied Mike to his house and not let him go.
Okay, so Ryan says the cast this season is full of Americans who you feel sorry for because they're about to get got. Now, I would feel like this, but after what happened with the Chantel Pedro story, well, the Pedro storyline,
Mm-hmm.
these fools are going into this and they're trying to make us be the idiots feeling sorry for them. And I'm not feeling sorry for anybody.
Nope.
You go down to Colombia, you get what
Of
you
all
get.
places, of all places. And
And
my
he's
thing
so
is,
proud of himself for pronouncing that town's name, that city's name, Pierre or whatever. Good for you. Mm.
and my thing is this: did you not watch Tim and Melissa on their season? Even though we didn't care about them,
Oh, yeah, he was annoying.
that didn't work out. Mike, what is with these Americans going to Colombia and not learn how to speak Spanish?
Child.
I don't understand that.
Okay, so when Whisper says, "Yes, I love this whole his whole explanation on all the red flags and bombs bursting in the
Yes,
air."
he was genuinely concerned, and that's what a friend. And he was straight up with Mike, and I'm like, this is a friend. This is a real friend telling you, like,
Mhm.
bruh, no,
Mhm.
like she got men everywhere. What are you doing?
And Trey says, "Me either at Tracy. It's hard enough communicating in a normal relationship. Then you add in a language barrier. Wow."
To me, this is not even a language barrier. This is just language mess because to me, a language barrier is where you can kind of understand each other, but you that things don't always translate. Here, there's going to be no translation because neither one of you speak the other's language, and then you're going down to her country. That makes no sense.
None. And then Ryan says, "We're going to have a Paul/Karini situation with this communicating through translator app thing." Oh, and even worse,
Devin and
remember
Jihoon,
when Devin,
Devin
yes,
and Jihoon. Oh,
that Amazon translator was worth all $3 she paid for it. My God. Um, Good Lord. Hi everybody. Welcome in. Um, he's 34 and never been in love, and it truly is showing. But
mm-hmm.
Poppy, your true love is not this girl.
Nope.
I know you wanna save a hoe. Not this girl. Come back home.
Yes,
Come back home.
quickly.
Um, you are height challenged, but you can find somebody.
Right.
You can find somebody. You are a nice man. Do I feel sorry for you? No.
No,
No.
because your friend had told you exactly what the game is.
Grandpa told him. Well, no, Grandpa told Dad.
Yes, Grandpa told that.
Grandpa told Dad, but I think Grandpa is like really, really concerned about him.
They know, but they know that they
Oh,
know their family.
yes. What about Jimena's stepmother who looked younger than her?
That's why I'm saying I'm not believing 24. You're not gonna sit here and lie to me. Okay, you can lie to me, fine. I can't refute with your age, but I'm not gonna sit here and just blatantly believe you.
Mm.
And my thing with Mike is you're in New York State. Come on now. Come on now. You can't go to Manhattan and find you somebody?
Tracy says the same thing, right? He can find him a shorty in his city. I think he has problems with relationships. He's
But
not he's an introvert, like real, real,
yes,
real introverted,
yeah, he's socially I hate to use this word,
inept.
but well, you said that. Debbie said it, y'all. I was going there, but she said it.
I just like to help you out here.
Thank you, because you could tell, like he's like, dude, like it's just the way he walks. Like he kind of, he's vertically challenged by the standard male, height, but when he walks, you can tell he kind of walks like, you know, he has that don't look at me type of thing. He doesn't walk with like I'm here, see me. Again, that's the thing with him. You you may you like how can I won't put this politely. You could be facially challenged or maybe bodily challenged. But if you
Uh-huh,
carry yourself like, yes, I'm here, look at me, y'all see me,
uh-huh.
okay, keep it moving, that could give you a little extra something, something. It
Okay.
can.
To me, he's not that bad facially challenged, but when you combine the ears, it's like search that movie trilogy, Searching for the Rings, Token
Lord of
of
the
the
Rings,
Ring, Lord of the Ring, right? He should be somewhere in a forest, living in a tree or something. I don't know. The ears do it for me. Um, but he's not like that picture where he's doing the selfie on the
right.
beach with the reflective glasses. He's looking good there. Like who
He's
that?
not confident. It's like it's not. It's his confidence. He doesn't feel.
He
He
must have
doesn't
had a few
feel.
Bahama Mamas in him when he took, and that's a drink. That's a
Hmm.
drink, a Bahama
Yep.
Mama.
Yep.
When he took that picture, because the pout, the angles of the cheekbones, and the sunglasses, he was there, and the hair. I think he needs to grow out his hair a little bit, and if some is receding at the front, just get a few plugs, and you'll be good. You'll be good. With his glasses, Mike isn't bad looking. And anyway,
Yeah. He's awkward, and what it is with what I've noticed with
mhm.
him, he leads with his awkwardness. That and
But
so that's the first.
some
That's the
women
first thing you
find that cute.
right. But when you take the awkwardness and you combine it with his lack of confidence, it's not attractive.
Tracy says there's guys with tons of confidence despite their height. He just needs to get laid and realize that he can get his confidence up. No pun intended. Yes, Napoleon. I had a boss who was shorter than me, and he was super confident. So confident that one day, okay, this was back in the day when platforms were in style, and we were all laughing. Oh my God, you look so tall today. And I said, not so much. Once I take these off, I went down by 4 inches. And so we were all doing it to see, as a joke. He came out and took off his shoes and he goes, I get custom made shoes with 2-inch lifts in it. Look, that's confidence.
Hmm.
That's confidence.
I mean, perfect example, Prince.
Yes.
Prince, you couldn't tell Prince nothing.
And he was like all of like what, 5'4"?
Right.
That's Mike.
And then he would throw in some heels too, just to let you know he could still take your woman.
My goodness.
Prince,
My
oh, rest
goodness.
rest in peace, Prince.
Rest in
But
peace.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, if he would like put himself out there more, like have allow himself not to be such an introvert, like make him like he needs to make himself go out more. I think like it's the introvert thing. It's the introvert thing.
Ryan, this is a perfect point. He should start his come-ons with, I'm a firefighter. Forget
Right.
volunteer.
Right.
I'm a
Forget that.
firefighter.
Right.
I've got a big hose. Just go with it.
Have fun.
Just go with it. Oh my God.
Who do you want to
I
go to
don't
next?
know. Who do you want to go with next? I don't
Let's
know.
go with Ella and Johnny. And
Oh,
I'm
the
going.
newcomers. Wait,
Yes.
okay, here we go. Ella's
Now.
29 and in Idaho, and Johnny's
Mhm.
34 and in China. And I felt very uncomfortable throughout her entire segments.
I like her. Um, I really do, and she has a stunning face. And she's another one who lacks self confidence, but with hers because of
Mhm.
her size. I'm like, you have a very pretty face, and doesn't she doesn't have much luck in Idaho, so that's when she went
Mhm.
on the website app or whatever, and she's basically it was literally white women for Asian men. I'm like, okay, like if that's what you like, I'm all here for it. Like if that's what you really really like, go for
Uh-huh.
it, do you. And I like the fact that she's being open and honest about how she feels about herself. Like she understands her struggles and she's looking to work on them. But my
Mhm.
concern is, and I'm with her mother. A shout out to Debbie, love Debbie.
Wait, her name
That
is Debbie?
her name is Debbie, right?
I don't know. I missed it because I was writing.
Okay, they were talking, and I'm like, Debbie's like, I understand, like you're not really happy with yourself as is, and my concern is when he comes here, is he
Mhm.
going to be able to keep up the same lifestyle he had for in China? Because she said when he comes here, she's told him like how she feels about herself and this, and that, and he's agreed to come over and cook healthy meals. She's like, what is he's Asian, so it's like pretty much predominantly vegetables, this and that. And the mom's like, I hope he can keep this up for you, and I hope he doesn't take advantage of you in this way because it's happened in the past. I'm like, okay, cool, because she said she had an Indian boyfriend, like they met in somewhere, and it was just a
Thailand. He
Thailand,
was in Thailand.
it was a
Mhm.
complete train wreck. And I think there
Mhm.
was a blow to her confidence that he didn't want to touch her sexually. I'm like, I get that, I understand.
See, I don't think like I think she's accepted like her weight. I I think her problem is that she's been rejected because of it.
Correct.
And I think it's more than just the Indian guy that she met in Thailand or whatever. I think
I
it's
think
more than
he was
that.
a
I think
straw.
yeah, because the mom said that there I alluded to that there was more. There was
Right. I think
more
he was a
relationship.
straw. I think he was the straw.
Right. And they seem to use her. But I had problems with her. Okay, so they met on a social media page, Asian men, white women. Problems. She seems to is she conflating like cosplay and an appreciation of Asian culture? And is it just an appreciation because it seems a little bit more than that to me? And then she's like, "Oh, the eyes. He has the perfect eyes." And does she like Japanese culture or Chinese culture? Like I was very confused. Like she's just put everybody into one big bucket, and Asia is a huge region
Right.
with many different cultures, and she's just
Yes.
I love everything. Um then the interaction with her girlfriends and her telling the friend who's married to an Asian gentleman, you're not supposed to like Asians. That's my thing, or something like that. I was just like, wait, what?
So Tracy says, no, did Jamal just go that she has a pretty face? Observations tell me it's not so. It's like calling a person the M word to me as a big BBW. So this is the way I look at things is this. I don't understand why she lacks confidence when she has a stunning face. I'm a person that looks at the face first. That's just what I'm attracted to. I mean, if you look good in the face, we can talk because that's what I'm going to be talking to. So with her and like she to me from the way I see her, I'm like, well, you have a stunning face, you're a curvy woman. What's the issue? But then I realize it's how she feels and how she's been made to feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying she, and I'm gonna say this. I didn't say that she has a pretty face, but that's where people go wrong. I'm just saying she has a stunning face, so I don't understand why she lacks confidence.
You know what got it for me with her? The only thing that I was really impressed by with her, when her mom was out on the horses herding them cattle.
Yes,
I was like, giddy up, horsey, like, oh my God. I didn't see any other like farm hands or ranch hands or like the two women were out there
ugh.
running the show.
But did you see like how big that ranch was, though?
Yeah,
It
yeah. But it has to be big if you've
it
got
does.
cattle.
But did you see how much they had though? That's what kind of tripped me out. I'm like, that is
I was
impressive.
4 generations in, and now women are at the head of. Well, I took it to another level. I was like, these are the women. They running this ranch, and I was just I was wait. Give me I am at you. It's just no, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally. But yeah, I just wanted to be clear about where I
Mm-hmm.
stand and how I see it. It wasn't like I just when I first saw her, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, she's got it. And then when I hear her
Mm-hmm.
story, I was like, oh, like but you got this. I'm like you
Oh,
got
thank
this.
you, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy. I just like her. I just instantly liked her because she was so open,
Uh-huh.
and I could see like what she's been through, and I can understand it. But she, just like Mike, she needs to understand her worth. She's got a
Uh-huh.
lot going on, like because apparently she works full time and helps on the ranch on the weekends. Because she
Yeah.
said she goes out on the weekends. I'm like, you have a lot to offer here.
Uh-huh.
You have a lot to offer,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the fact that she said, like, she's trying to work on not letting what people say get to her. She understands that she's acutely aware of what's going on with her.
But that's going to be hard though, because you've
Hmm.
had decades of verbal abuse.
Yeah.
So, and I know that might be a little bit harsh, but for such a prolonged period,
Hmm.
it'll be hard. Like the smallest little thing could make you cry, you know? And I just loved her and her mom on the ranch. I was down for that.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank.
Because I rode a horse once. I mean, like an actual horse, and they're not
Hmm.
easy.
Nope.
Like, but then again, she's had decades of practice.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was done. One and done. One and done. But her friends, well, the roommate being shocked that she has a vibrator and that she has some sort of intimacy, sexual intimacy with this guy on the Zoom or FaceTime or whatever.
Hmm.
Her face, I'm like, who don't got a vibrator? And why are you shocked? Like, for real, for real? I just thought, I'm going to watch that roommate.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that roommate.
I'm not feeling
I,
her for what she said about Johnny and leaving his child behind. I'm like, I'm like, you
Well,
lost me
I had
there.
a problem with that too. And I want to know, what part of China is he coming from? Is it Wuhan? I'm
Shanghai.
just saying he's coming from Shanghai via Wuhan. I just want to know. I just want to know. And how can he come over here? Didn't they put a stop on travel from China during the penny? When was this filmed? I don't know. Timelines are very important for me. I want to know, if she can't go over there, how could he come over here? And he's from
Right.
China. That doesn't make any sense. You come in for a 3-month visit and you have a child and you're leaving that child. was he the primary caretaker?
Okay, so what happened is this. So he was married, got a divorce. The ex-wife left, like literally
Uh-huh.
bounced, left
Mhm.
him with the son. He has full custody, and she went off and started a whole new family.
Okay, now.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. So, but since he traveled so much for work, the grandparents took him in to have a so he could have a stable home, and Johnny gets to see him several times a month when he's not traveling. That's the
Let,
dynamic.
let me ask a question.
Hmm.
Is China the country that says like limits the amount
Yes.
of children you can have?
Hmm.
So do you think that by the ex-wife leaving the child behind, like she gets an extra child with the new husband?
Probably.
Just if anybody knows how that works, please let us know and forgive my ignorance. But it
I
would.
would think so
I
because
was thinking
when
about that when they said that she
mhm.
left. Like all of a sudden, what woman would leave her child? But then I was like, wait, do they still have the restrictions?
Right, because they probably wouldn't punish the man for wanting a child if he has no children.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. But for her, for the roommate to say that, I'm like, yeah, you need to sit down with that. Sit down. No, 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 because you don't know the dynamic. You don't know what's going on. And it took me back to I think was it Tiffany Moon's parents who sent her over, or they came over first, and she didn't see them for years.
They came over first, and then like
They sent
what
her a couple
2 or
years
3
down,
years.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
they brought her over. She stayed with her grandparents, and like 2 or 3 years later, then she emigrated and
Hmm.
joined them. But yeah, they came first.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like you to make that kind of statement. Like, go sit down somewhere.
I couldn't even do the cushion. I was standing up for a long time afterwards. That like I don't have at that time I didn't have any fat back there. Now I have a little bit. But back then, I didn't have any fat, so I was just the bouncing was a lot. I wasn't used to that at all. That was like a beating that I was not expecting. Um, Tracy wants to know why Blavi was so harsh because she didn't like the episode. This episode was great TV. I laughed so hard. Really?
Okay. So it looks like this has changed recently. So
What? Mm-hmm.
let me go back. In October 2015, the Chinese news agency Xinhua announced plans of the government to abolish the one-child policy, now allowing all families to have two children, citing from a communique issued by the CPC to improve the balanced development of population. An apparent reference to the country's female to male sex, I guess it's not balanced.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, as of June 1st, 2021, China said on Monday that it will allow all married couples to have three children, ending a two-child policy that has failed to raise whatever they were trying to do.
Probably get more balance between
Yes,
male and female population.
right.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we don't know when they got divorced, do we?
No.
Okay. Well, you know what? It still gives her new husband 2 to 3 chances of having a child, as opposed to bringing another one in and automatically taking away one of his chances, right?
Hmm.
Or does it not work that way? I don't know. So if somebody knows, let us know.
So Barbie's like, yeah, Barbie, yep.
Oh wait, okay. So Bobby, Tracy, what am I harsh about? And Tracy, I'm just teasing you about saying it was a horrible episode. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so we've updated that. I was hoping. Oh, I was hoping to be a naughty girl. Oh, no naughty boys or girls in the chat. Yes, it was also the gender. The boy children were wanted. The girls
Right.
were not. Okay, Bobby. The Asian fetish and the little people fetish is too much. Oh my God. Barbie says in 2021, new laws were put into place allowing for 3 children. Thank
Hmm.
you, Barbie. Decline in
Oh, that
population.
makes sense though.
Wow. Okay. Well, he's coming over for 3 months to I don't know, be her new lean cuisine, and
It'll be interesting.
good luck. Good. Do I feel sorry for her? No.
I root for her, but do I feel sorry for her? No.
Mm. Would you? Um, I have nothing more to say. Next, who do we want to do? Memphis, because this was another
Yeah.
idiot. Oh my god. How Memphis been talking to this man for 8 months, right?
Right.
They don't have the same. They don't know each other's language. She's going all the way over to it's Tunisia, right?
Yep.
She is staying in this man's house who's living with his mom, and she think that she's going to be fucking this man in this woman's house.
I didn't understand. This is remember we talked about this. How was this going to play out? Because I have a feeling like the parents may be more traditional. He's very
She wearing a
open.
headscarf.
Yeah, she's open.
No,
He's open, I should say, but Mama's not. And
he's a
I'm like,
liar.
well, that too. And him and his friend working out at the gym. He's like, you picked a good one. He's like, does she have a sister? I can marry her and come over too. I was like, I was cracking up. And he's like, oof,
But you saw how
yeah,
he was
no,
talking to his mama? Memphis, buckle up, because that's how he's going to be talking to you.
yeah. He's like, and his mom cleans his room, washes his clothes, cooks his meals.
And you
He
heard
did
that? God bless.
right. I'm like, and I'm looking at that, and what I did in that moment, I was like, okay. I'm like, Memphis, like, he's gonna
Did
expect this out of
she
you.
did she not study this culture at all? Girl, why did you
No.
not get a
Mm-mm.
hotel? Not that he could really come to it, but why did you not get a hotel? Oh my God. In parts of Canada, they do not allow to find out about the gender as female fetuses are not carried to term.
Oh,
What?
damn.
Really, Barbie? My gosh. That's all she wants, though. Memphis ain't thinking straight at all. No, she isn't.
No,
For
she's not.
Oh my God. Like, I was just sitting there going, bitch, no, bitch, no. I could not believe this episode. I just couldn't. What was she thinking?
She wasn't, and that was my biggest concern. Like, do you not know anything about this culture, and have you not spoken to his mother? Like, that was another thing for me. It seems like the mother and Memphis have not spoken. And
She's
my
only
thing is
seen
this,
pictures of Memphis. That's how
right?
I felt. And
Yes,
he's
and my
showing her all of the like racy ones. What are
right.
you doing?
So that's gonna put a mental note into her mind already. She's gonna preconceive or prejudge Memphis before even meeting her, and this is why I kind of
Mhm.
felt like y'all should have talked, so you could get an idea of what Tunisian life is by talking to the mother.
And then the mother asks, "Does she know how to cook?" And he says, "You can teach her when she gets here."
Right? He said just a little.
You better stop. You.
I'm telling you,
This is
he's
not
going to
going to be
expect
good.
he's going to expect Memphis to be like his mama and do everything for him. I'm telling you.
Yep. And she's expecting him to come over there and get a job and contribute to her family. Does she know that if he does get a job, if he's going to be sending back money to his mother, which I think is a lie, because I think he just wants out and to find another person to support him so he could go to the gym. When he snapped about eating breakfast, it showed me he's a nasty mama's boy. No thanks. Keep moving, Memphis. I so agree. Does she want a third child or what? Yeah, have they even spoken about that?
Exactly. And then you could tell he's trying to get up out because these other countries broke.
Mm-hmm.
There's no jobs or whatever. And then like when he said
Oh,
like what kind of hurt my heart is when he talked about his mom and she tried to go find a job. she couldn't get a job because they look down upon divorced women. He's like,
Mhm.
my mother has lost her value. I was like, no.
That's some bullshit. No, wait, hold on. I was so angry with this. I was so angry with this. He's talking about how his mother lost her value, right? Because she's a divorcee. Yet, the sister's going out and working because remember, the mother said, your sister just got home.
Mm-hmm.
His dumbass is sleeping till the middle of the afternoon and fretting because the mom is opening up the blinds and telling him to get up so she can make up his bed. If your mother has lost all of her value and your sister's going out working, why you ain't going out working? I don't think he's had a job before, during, or after the panty. I really don't, because he don't know how to drive and he's never even been to the airport. He couldn't find his way out of a paper bag, much less an exit sign. He is a user, a slug. No.
But here's the thing, though, and
Mm-mm.
this is why it hurt my heart for him to say that too. It made me think. Now your mother's a divorcee and she's quote unquote lost her value. I want to know, do you think of Memphis the same way since she's been divorced?
Here,
And that's my thing.
here's the thing. That's how he sees his mother. I don't believe that's how other people see his mother. That's how he sees his mother. And how has she taken care of them all of these years?
Right. And like I said, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to this point. Memphis, he's going to look at you the same way because you're divorced
Mm-hmm.
with children.
Mm-hmm.
So I want her to keep that. I hope she sees that, keeps that in mind. And then, you said your father left, so you guys have very little income. But where you live, like, looks like there's at least three rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So how like if you're not working, your mom you're trying to make out your mom is not working. You say the country's broke, so you're probably not getting benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Is the sister taking care of the household? I'm so confused.
I'm sure that maybe when she got the divorce, like she got some sort of settlement.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that she didn't have like a bride's price, like in some
Right.
cultures?
Mm-hmm.
And when they divorced, because I don't know why they haven't given us that information yet, but hopefully she got that place, that home.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the ex-husband was generous enough to provide her with a monthly something to raise the children because
Mm-hmm.
he was 10, he
Yes.
said, when they divorced.
Yes.
Um, I, I just don't like his attitude towards his mom. And I agree with you. The attitude that you show to your mom, you'll show to your significant other.
Yeah.
I still firmly believe that she's his porn, Memphis.
Right.
Hums, Hamza sees her as porn and now a way out so that he can go to another country and not do anything.
Right. And I hope she didn't tell him, oh, once you come over, I can float you a little bit. I really hope she never said that.
She did. She said she could float him for a few months and then he's got
No,
to get a job.
I mean, did she tell him that?
Oh no, that was
Yeah,
at home.
that was at
Yeah.
home. I'm hoping she
Yeah.
didn't tell him that. I'm concerned about that.
Would he understand it? Because it seems all he knows is Memphis and sexy time.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
but she's on her way. She's on her way and all that good stuff. The mom just wants her to be a good woman and treat her husband with respect. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, just yeah, treat her son with respect. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, but I do like the mom.
But that's
Um,
not, I think that's a norm
right,
for their culture, what
right.
any mom would want for their child. For a good woman to treat him with respect, i.e., take care of him and not say nothing back to him, like what she does.
Right.
Is
This is
that
gonna be
bad?
interesting. No,
Yeah.
I'm interested in how this plays out though. because Memphis thinks she's gonna. I think Memphis in her mind is gonna go. Think she's gonna go in and just run everything. I'm like, that's not gonna happen, ma'am. You're in a completely different country and culture. No.
Oof. He reminds me of Ziad's non-working self. And also, remember the girl from Florida with May, the daughter, Azan and
Nicole.
Nicole. Yes. Only thing is, he was already married to somebody else.
Right.
And to get the divorce, that was the $6,000 that they were opening up the store with. That was the $6,000.
Right.
So I don't know. He got into a fight with drive instructor or oh yes.
Yeah.
He got into a fight with his driving instructor. I don't like the attitude that he's giving off. Okay, Christoph, you would love Ziad. Oh my God. Okay, they find these couples don't know who is and isn't legit just to make us all mad every week. Yes. God. Wait, hold on. That's true. Ziad never worked in Tunisia. Does any guy work in Tunisia? Just asking for a friend. He really won't work in the US. He'll have all kinds of excuses for her. She'll be busting her butt day and night for what? Just the D. I can't with this couple.
Right.
But is he even good with the D? Like she hasn't even took it out for a test drive. And if she's up at mama's house, she ain't even gonna get a side eye look.
Nope.
And I don't like the fact that he lies. Say what you will, but does Ziad ever lie like this though?
Nope.
Oh my God. But didn't seem. Yeah, I think he was just lost in translation, to be quite honest. Was this the scene where they said, what's it like now that you've met her in person? And he was just like, okay, I'm fine. I don't think he understood what they were saying.
Me either.
Good luck to you, Memphis, with this, because let me tell you, as I've gotten older, I've got less and less patience for ignorance. I don't translate stupid well. Yeah, this girl, whatever. All right, so who do we want to do next? I think we got 3 more to go. Oh my God. Who do we want to do next?
Oh, we might as well do Alina and Caleb.
Okay. He finally gets to Turkey. She's at the airport. Elijah's gone. I think that was a dumb move. If Elijah is supposed to be there to show Caleb how to handle your stuff and your needs and what you need done for you, why do you send him away on first meeting?
Exactly.
How long has Caleb been flying? 20 hours, 30 hours? I don't know.
Yeah, a long time.
Does she have false expectations that he's going to sweep her off her feet and do her down in the airport arrivals terminal?
Yes.
She's disappointed though.
She thought too highly, and she went with expectations of someone who has not been in her situation or been with someone in her situation. She just made an assumption that since they've been talking for 13 years that he would automatically know what he needs to do.
But she's a fraud because she's only talking to him from the waist up. And if you've been talking for 13 years, why you ain't never said, oh, if how tall are you? Can you stand backwards? He's never seen below her tits.
True.
What? I don't get it. I don't get it. And then if you know that she's a person with that is in a wheel, he knew that she was in a wheelchair. How do you not know and ask, well, how often do you need the wheelchair? I know you're very independent, but why do you need the wheelchair? Who helps you with all of that? Like, how did he not know that she's in a wheelchair but would not need an accessible room? Did you just look for the cheapest thing on Expedia? You've been if he had said that he had only been talking to her for 8 months, I kind of would have like given him the benefit of the doubt. But 13 years? Stop it. Right? 13 years. 13 years. And I blame Alina, because if you've been let down before because of this, fully disclose, you know, what it takes for you to get by day to day. Fully disclose that. Andrew 2.0. I think he knew her size, but it's different seeing her in person.
Right.
Yes. But he was the one who said, when I talk to her, it's usually from the waist up. I think it was a surprise to see the waist down.
It was.
Because there are plenty of little people, but her legs and her feet and her fingers, she has issues that are more than just like looking at the seven Johnstons, is it? That's the
Johnson.
other
Seven little Johnsons.
7 little Johnsons. There's a big difference between her and the 7 little Johnsons. And I think she needed to be honest with him. And this is why she gets hurt, because she goes in with this, you know, and she doesn't let people know who she really is.
She doesn't fully disclose.
Nope. And she lets everybody know how independent she is, and that's great. But yet you expect a lot from people, because remember when she was getting out of the car and she goes, okay, I guess I'll have to do it myself. Because you're used to somebody lifting you up all the time.
Exactly.
I don't know. And I thought he was right to say that. Like, I think he's a little bit more honest than she is, because at least he's being upfront with her. You know, he's saying, you know, it's different. And I know exactly what he's saying, because he's expecting one of the Johnsons.
Right. No, he is.
Know.
Like, she feels like she doesn't have to say anything. Like, he should just know. And she's not being. That's what makes her not being completely honest with him. Whereas he's saying exactly what's on his mind and what his concerns are.
Wait, Christoph says he's going to say he's just there as a friend, not a romantic relationship. You think he's going to do that? How's he going to explain that Costco size box of condoms?
And the fact that he was mad when he found out Elijah had slept on his side of the bed. And when he went looking for stuff, and she's like, what are you looking for? I'm like, I know what he's looking for.
What was he looking for? Wait, what was he looking for? Huh?
Hairs, stains.
Oh, well, look. Are they staying in a hotel that doesn't provide daily linen service? I don't understand what he was doing. Right. Secondly, I would be a little bit pissed, because this is the room I paid for, and I don't want your man up in my room. That's how I saw that, because I'm petty. I'm petty.
That's just the thing, though. He was like when he went looking through the sheets. I'm like, excuse me. Wow. Okay.
Wait, maybe she has the same diagnosis as Matt Roll. Yes. But wait, he has, or is it the son that has the spinal issues?
I thought it
You
was.
know, the son that has the 2 kids now?
I thought it was the son. I thought the son had
Because
spinal
he
issues too.
had, and Matt has those as well. I know Matt has trouble with his fingers, right? I can't remember. And his legs, because he has the
The
braces.
braces.
Yeah, but he is super, like he gets around like nobody's business. I love him. But um I can't remember. I don't want to speak the wrong thing, but I can't remember what their issue was and who has the spinal issue, but I know
Right.
somebody has spinal surgery. I can't remember. Okay, did y'all see Caleb has a backpack to carry Alina around the next? Oh,
See. No. Oh my goodness.
I can't. I can't. I did not see that. I did not see the
Me
previews.
neither.
I forget to extend it. I know y'all told me to extend it. I don't know, but I think she was expecting too much.
Agreed.
If he was flying 20 to 30 hours, I can't remember how much, sorry, to see her, I ain't gonna lie. 4-hour flight for me, you ain't getting none of the nookie. Sorry. Get away from me. What I want is to take a shower and just get in the bed and order room service. Get away from me. I'll talk to you tomorrow when I'm feeling better. And if we're going through time zones, give me a day. I'm not. I'm just
My thing is this:
ah.
when I fly, the rare times I have to fly, the first thing I want to do is eat. I'm sorry.
First thing I want is to take a shower. You know me.
Yeah, I'll eat, and then take a shower.
No, I need to take a shower and put on some fresh clothes, bag up the airport clothes that I left on the floor, and then I can get a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, some food, whatever. But I need to take a shower. I don't want to spread the airport funk over anything. Because if I'm eating, I'm going to sit down on something. No, the air, I need to decontaminate. It's just weird. I'm weird. I'm weird. Um, but what you can do for that is grab something from the airport on your way out. Because I do that when I'm coming back into Miami. I'll stop at the Starbucks and get a venti of something and a little snack, and then go get my car and drive home and eat it on the way home.
When I went to New York, luckily the Dunkin' Donuts was still open, so I got my first Dunkin' Donuts.
Wait, y'all don't have Dunkin' Donuts out in California?
No,
Really? But you've got the
no,
Krispy Kreme.
yeah, Dunkin' Donuts. I think I heard Dunkin' Donuts is making their way out here eventually. If one or two aren't already here, but yeah, Dunkin'. I like it was hilarious. I remember going to New York when I got there. I've been twice, loved it both times. So we were driving back. I'm like, oh, they went mine. Dunkin' Donuts is just like Starbucks out here. One on every car.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts
I
is
hollered.
good.
I
But
hollered.
Einstein's is better for the bagels and the schmears. I ain't gonna lie. Their honey butter is awesome. Bye, Trey. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Happy New Year. Okay. Hold on. Oh my God, I was way far behind. Um, okay. Airport food is expensive. Oh, that's back when I used to expense it.
Right?
But even on my personal trips, I do stop by that Starbucks because it is on the way to my car.
Mm-hmm.
And I need, like, if it's a long flight, I do need a boost of caffeine to get me home because I'm driving. So I will typically get a dirty chai latte or a London fog or something like that. Just I need a little boost of caffeine to get me that final push home. Because basically, by the time I land in Miami and I clear customs immigration, I am tired. I am super tired. Do you think he's having a hard time with her body? Because I think he was thinking Ariana Grande, and he's a little not attracted to how small she is. He said he likes plumper girls. But is she that much shorter than him? Oh wait, no, wrong person. You're thinking. Wait, are we talking about Caleb or are we talking about?
Right.
Oh,
Because he said he's like, you're shorter than I thought you were. He said that.
but again, is he saying that because he wasn't prepared for the legs and the feet?
Right. Ryan makes a good point. She says Bobby. He thought she was like Alina from Little Women L.A. Mm-hmm.
Who's Alina from Little Women LA? That's a show that I don't watch, so please forgive
She's
me.
good. No, she's Alina. She's like she's a makeup artist. Like she's a very pretty woman, but
Mm-hmm.
she's like she basically all it really is that she's short. You
She's
know?
just short,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Versus Alina, who's short but has the hand problems, the leg
Mm-hmm.
problems, the feet problems.
I don't understand why she didn't tell him this. This is a lot to offload on somebody. It's like she sets herself up for failure. Not fair to the other person and not fair to yourself, because it seems like Alina does have a lot to offer, but she doesn't allow people the chance to see that, because it seems like if that were me and I was Caleb and she hadn't told me all of that, and shame on me for not asking if I was Caleb, but I would feel a little deceived. You know, let me look it up. Okay.
Yeah, Alina's 4'4".
Um, so what else about them?
I think that was it for me.
Okay, so who's next? Kim and
Uh,
Usman or
Kim and
Gino?
let's get Gino out the way.
This another dirty motherfucker. I cannot. The airport violations with all of these people is just ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I
Gino,
can't.
Gino, Gino. I'm like, Gino, run. Don't do it.
They go to dinner. She has the veggie wrap and he has a hamburger with American cheese and thinks that it's I'm hoping that he meant that it's his first meal in Panama and not
Right.
Panamanian food.
Food.
I'm giving that cap
Grace.
wearing asshole the
Grace.
benefit of a doubt. He goes to tip, and this is like, I see where she's coming from, because I have been to countries where some countries they don't tip, but then again, wait staff in those countries are paid a living wage.
Mm-hmm.
He goes there, he goes to tip, and on a hotel bill, it will have a line for tip. Her saying, don't do that, because it's when you people come here and tip them, they get used to it, and then they expect us to do it. That's not true.
I was wondering about that. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think it really works
Because
that way.
they're not going to look for it from the locals, because they know how it is.
Right.
But at the hotel, they do expect it, because there's a tip line on all of the bills. And when she said, and then she puts it on him saying that he ruins everything. I was just annoyed with her. She ruined it for me. She took something as simple as a tip, and then she said, "Do you have something with the waitress?" He just fucking met her.
Right. Here's the thing with her. What she was trying to say is, look, don't be tipping her because that's less money you can spend on me. Sorry. That's
But
what
then
it is.
why didn't she phrase it like that? Like then they expect it from us. No. I'm sorry, but wait, what? That was a weird out picture. Yes, when he threw her on the bed, I wasn't feeling that. Like he was like hauling a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. Jasmine is cray cray. Yes. I think she also has a temper, and it's like Mercury. She was mad. They got into the room. She went into the bathroom. She did what she had to do. She came out and she wanted sex. Huh?
And
But
it's
did
so
you hear her
awkward.
say the one thing I did agree with her? Are you going to go to the bathroom? Are you going to shower? Get
Right.
in there.
Yeah.
I can't agree.
As soon as she came out, he should have went in.
Mm-hmm. She had to tell him to take his shoes off before getting in the bed. Has he never traveled before?
I don't think so. Gino was so awkward. Yeah, that was that was
That was
uncomfortable.
painful. Painful. And then the thing with the arm, and she was,
Right. Oh.
and then he was massaging like her lower back to hip butt, but he couldn't figure out what it was.
Oh. That was bad. That was so bad. It was awkward. It was uncomfortable.
Then he couldn't tell whether to take his pill or not.
And then she's like, "Are you gonna take off your hat?" He's all, "No." I'm
No.
like, "What?"
What is under there? Did he have a lobotomy as a child? I don't know. Oh,
But
this weird.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
That
and
was
the text. Remember when she got a text. He
right.
said, "Who's that?" And then she came over and went over him with the phone and said, "Look, you see, Paul. That's my friend Paulina. That's your friend Paul. That's your friend
And then
Paul."
she's all, "Okay, now you do the same for me." And he opens it up. She's all, "Who is that? Who is that bitch? Who is that bitch?" I'm like,
Yes,
"Okay."
and did you know you have a friend request? And he's like,
Right.
"Where?"
She's all like, "Delete and block." That was hilarious.
Oh, Ablavi says, "Do you think he knows about her kids?"
I don't think so.
Because he didn't say anything about them. He didn't get them anything. Ciao. Okay. Wind whispers. Oh my God. I'll go easy on him and just put it off as him being camera shy. Okay, you're very generous. You don't think he knows either,
I
Ryan?
agree with. Yep. I don't think so. Because I look at, well, Mike knows that Ximena has kids, and he mentions her children. Ella knows about Johnny's children because she mentions the children.
Wait, he has children
So
or one child?
one child, you know what I mean, the child,
Oh,
his
oh,
child.
okay, yeah, yeah.
So it would make sense to me. It's logical that he probably doesn't know since he hasn't mentioned it. I would think that he would tell Uncle Marco and his brother,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, by the way, she has kids too," and he didn't say anything. So I have a feeling he doesn't know.
So running Grey Wolf, he's so embarrassed by his bald head. He should just embrace it, do something about it. He should spend money on hair transplant rather than her lips, boobs. Yeah. Because he asked her for a baby like it was her first child. That's right.
That's right. Good point.
Mike is buying presents for him and his kids. Oh my God. How's he going to react to that? That's something big to leave out. He's been talking to her for about a year too, right?
Roughly, yeah.
Whoa. Nice catch, y'all. I think I was just so frustrated by her. And then that awkward scene, I was just a wee bit repulsed. Now, speaking of repulsed, did we miss anything else with them?
No.
Let's get on to this stupidity. Kim and Usman.
Kim and Usman. Oh my goodness. His team, he need to get his team together though. Because he specifically told him, do not call her a super. He's the super fan. He's like, do not call her that. You can call her a fan. Fine, whatever.
First thing they do. Hi, super fan.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. But when they meet Kimberly, oh my God.
She fanned the fuck out. This show makes me upset. I'm cursing y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay, was anybody else but me mad at the fact that she actually showed up to meet him in an Usman t-shirt?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
To me, it came up as real thirsty and dry.
And bringing the flowers, like she was going backstage at a concert, and she was hyperventilating. I love her second taxi driver when she said, would you feel weird if I gave you flowers? And he said, yes.
You're 50. I mean, like you could dress. I'm not saying she's. I try to say age appropriate. It's the t-shirt.
If the t-shirt has said, was it Zanzibar? Welcome to Zanzibar. I wouldn't have felt anyway.
Right, Ryan. Don't call me super fan. I stand her with a t-shirt with your face on. Right. I felt that the t-shirt was not appropriate. She should just dress normally. Like she looked like a fan with that big old Usman t-shirt on. She really did. Yeah. There was no way denying that. But his assistant shouldn't have called her a super fan when he told her not to. And I'm glad that he did say something. Jealousy's astounding. You think you were confident with all her upgrades? Yeah, talking about Jasmine. He's right. Mr. Running Grey Wolf was right.
Let me tell you something. I'm really concerned about Kim because she is going over her budget financially in order to buy love from someone who is calling you a potential or whatever it is he named it.
I'm glad you said that. And he even asked her, why'd you get the honeymoon suite? He's like, that's after the marriage. He's like, I'm not even a boyfriend yet. And she's like, well, like I wanted to be special, so I spent a little extra. I'm like, no, you were supposed to go to the Tanzania Howard Johnson with the continental breakfast. What are you doing?
She's trying to buy him over because she didn't say I didn't go a little extra. She said, I got the best suite in the house. I paid for the best suite in the house. Then she brought him the MacBook Pro. Then she got him the PS5. Can't buy me love. You need to go and listen. You can't do that.
Here's the thing, though, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one. Like Usman, I get it, I understand, but she bought you a MacBook Pro, not cheap. She got you the PS5, which was very hard to get at the time. I mean, not to be super rude, but he could have shown his appreciation by just laying on the bed and just let her jump on. Like no audience participation, no nothing. Like, go ahead, girl. Like, you paid for this.
Look, Usman seemed uninterested in her, but interested in her money. And she knows that. That's why she's flashing it by saying she got the best room in the house, more than the talent did. She got the best room. And she got him those pricey gifts. And she was expecting him to stay. And he said, let me collect my presents and I'll see you later. I'm going back down to my room. Bye.
Right.
And that's what
That
happened when you try to buy people.
that
Kimbali.
PS5 that PS5 got more love than she did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see how he was holding on to that PS5 though?
But did you see she was jealous of how he was kissing on and hugging on it?
Right.
Really, girl? You showed yourself there.
But here's the thing: why would you give him gifts before y'all spent the night together? It wouldn't have been me.
Yep. Because they
It
could have
wouldn't have been
went
me.
back.
Right.
And I agree with Ablavi. I need a Kimbali too. Where is she? I need some help.
Running Grills says having a nice room at hotel room is okay, but still she went overboard way too soon. There's something to be said for doing things at the right time. I agree, because my thing is this: she had no reasonable expectation that he would stay in the room with her when he said he wants to take it slow and get to know her. That's my issue with it.
I have something like I zone out doing these shows, but she arrived the day before, and it was set up a la honeymoon suite with all the flowers, the swans, and everything. It's the next day, and the setup is still there. Where does she sleep?
True.
Where does she sleep?
I just don't get her. I don't understand where this expectation is coming from. And that's where I have an issue with her specifically, because he's been completely honest with you. He hasn't tricked her, he hasn't lied to her so far, but she has all these not reasonable, but she has all these expectations.
But if he's such a big star, right? How come he can't buy his own Mac Pro? He got all that jewelry on. He's got the Mercedes. Go buy a Mac Pro.
And then my thing, how come no one ran up to him when he came out the airport though?
Because they didn't know who he was.
I'm just saying. He's international star Usman, aka Soldier Boy. I'm just saying, it was just weird.
Oh.
And she's setting herself up, which is annoying. Which is why I can't feel bad for her in this situation. I have no sympathy. I can't have any sympathy for her, because it's like, well, the way you're acting is inappropriate. That's the bottom line. She's acting very inappropriately.
I would not be running up my credit card for that. And you got a sick mama at home. I'm just saying.
Because if we're being honest, like, rough estimate, those gifts cost together a minimum of $1,700.
Wait, how much is a MacBook Pro?
The good one?
I was thinking that was $1,500.
15, depending on which one it was and how much RAM and all that good stuff, between $1,500 and $2,000. That's why I said a minimum.
So then, how much is the video game thing? I don't know how much that is.
Between $300 to $500, I think it was. Let me just double check. They were how much?
I hope she's not taking her mother's benefits and buying that foolishness. I'm just saying. Because what does she do for a living?
Okay. So the one she got on the low end, depending on what comes with it, is $700.
Oh.
The higher end is around $1,600. I was trying to see which one he got, but all I saw was the console. So if I'm just going based off the console and nothing else, I'm gonna say that was like a $700 one.
What's this? The laptop or the video game?
The video game.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't have no kids, because they would hate me.
And the MacBook Pro on the low end is what? The very low cheap end is what, $1,300? On the cheap end?
When y'all said $600-700, I thought y'all were talking about the laptop. Sorry.
No. And I want to know, here's the thing. And I was thinking, but did you really spend money on it, or did you just get that on promo? because
Promo
on
from who?
because normally on some shows they won't allow you to say Apple. On most reality TV
Oh.
shows, you can't say Apple, and the Apple thing is either logo is either covered up or blurred out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, is the TLC work out some kind of deal with Apple? I'm sorry, you spending $2,000.
Was there a
Okay, think about
commercial for Apple during the show? Could be.
right. So think about like 700 for the PS5 on the low end. We're gonna say 1,500 on the low end for the MacBook Pro. She said the Mac. She didn't say it was a MacBook. It's a MacBook Pro. So I'm gonna throw in extra 200. So instead of 1,300 on the low end, I'm gonna say 1,500 on the low end. So on the low end, she spent $2,200 just on two gifts for him, plus
The honeymoon suite
the honeymoon suite
and her flight.
and her flight.
And then all of the visas and whatever she had to get stamped
Exactly.
and approved, plus all of the tests, the panty tests. I mean, wow.
I just can't feel bad for her in this moment.
Nope.
But I feel whatever happens to her happens because she set this all up. She set this all up herself, and yeah. Because I was talking to some other people, I'm like, I have no sympathy for her, and everyone I talked to agreed. They're like, no, because she's doing this to herself.
Yep. She's the one. She's the one that said, well, the first one that I heard that said potential, and then he said it with his friends or something. I can't remember. Oh my God. Exactly. My calculations say she's an idiot. So
Yeah.
true.
So here's the thing, with them, like they were in the car, and I liked the fact that he stood up for her, and she took it as like, oh, I'm his woman. But this is why he stood up for me. Yeah, like no, he stood up for you because it was the right thing to do, and his assistant was wrong when he told him do not do that.
Uh-huh.
This doesn't give you. She took that as validation of their relationship. Like that's not what it was. And when we first met her, we got this vibe like she was overhyping everything.
Uh-huh.
See, Running Grey Wolf, I'm with you. And she could have got the premium buffet pass too.
Not the premium buffet pass.
I'm just saying.
At which hotel?
Oh, it's they used to have them where you would pay like $100 and it would give you a pass to all the premium buffets in Vegas.
Really?
The Rio, Harrah's, all of them.
Oh.
I'm not sure if they do it now still, but the last time I was there they did. Yeah, she dropped a bundle, $2,200. I mean, just on gifts. I mean, I get it if you guys were in a long-term relationship, no problem. Cool. You want to splurge a little bit, not a problem. But you don't know him, and he's not even your man. He's not even claiming you. And I can't feel bad. So this is she's one of those people that this season I refuse to feel bad for.
You get what you get.
She set this all up for herself.
I mean, how low of self-esteem does she have to have in order, like, for her to mentally think that buying this man's affection is okay?
Exactly. And he's like, oh, you didn't have to, and thank you. She's like, well, you said yours are broken. I'm like,
yeah, he didn't even ask you for that.
no.
And again, if his is broken, he's superstar. Go buy your own.
Right. I mean, your label should be replacing that for you. It's work equipment.
Wait, what label? No, seriously, what label? The label on the soda can? What label you talking about? Soldier Boy Records?
I'm saying, I mean, there should be enough in petty cash to get you a nice, like, a Chromebook or something for to tide you over.
Look at the numbnuts that he got traveling with him that don't even understand basic instructions, and you think he got a petty cash for a record label? Jamal, you're supposed to be the smart one of the two of us, right?
Okay, Let me Google this. What label?
If it's Soulja Boy Records, I'm gonna fall the fuck out.
I'm just curious.
Okay, and again, guys, I do apologize for all the profanities, but this show gets me so angry. Oh my god.
Let's see.
Ryan, this is a good point, but you see, he used to scamming. So these are the fruits of the labor. If Usman was a decent man, he wouldn't have accepted those gifts. Yes. Usman's friends are fringe men.
Like Entourage, I guess.
Just waiting to see what they could pick up. The scraps. Ciao.
I couldn't find a record label. So, okay, Debbie, you're right. No record label. My bad.
Okay. Well, international superstar.
I mean, maybe like when he says international, like maybe he think he's like we said last week. We know him kind of in the U.S. So technically, he is international. Superstar, not so much. He's been working hard for 10 years to get to this opportunity. So I'm not gonna hate on him for that. Just saying. Just saying. Trying to help him out.
Okay, you continue. You continue to help him out. I just can't with this show. This is the dumbest show ever.
I mean, it's just interesting. I mean, we can just run because we're almost at an hour and 30 minutes. We can just wind this down. Like with Kim and Usman, I don't feel bad for her.
No,
I can't feel bad for her.
No.
Mike and Ximena, I'm going to feel bad for him up to a certain degree.
No,
but he's kind of doing it to himself.
No. Do he know that she lifted her leg at the prison twice in order to get pregnant with a prisoner?
Fair point.
When you buy in showcase showdowns for women that you have never met, I have a problem. Nope. Don't feel sorry for him neither. Next. Which one?
Ella and Johnny.
Nope.
I like her, but I think she's setting herself up. From what I've seen, I think she's setting herself up a little bit. And who else did we talk about? Oh, Gino and Jasmine. I can't feel sorry for Gino.
No. And Ryan says, what label? His tracks are probably self-produced, paid for by whatever middle-aged white woman he's scamming at the time. White woman are us label. That's the label.
And then the last person is Gino and Jasmine. Don't feel bad for Gino. Alina and Caleb. Can't feel bad for neither one of them because the communication's off from the gate. And who's left? There's one more, right?
There is Memphis.
Don't feel bad for Memphis because she did no research. I mean,
but even if that wasn't a Muslim country, right? You staying at your boyfriend that you just meeting for the first time, mama's house, and you expect to be fucking up in that house. No matter what religion, what culture, what you going into somebody else's home. Really?
Not a sympathetic character in the bunch.
No. Are these all the couples? No. There's Mahogany and the Preacher Man.
And Ben.
Oh, he has a name. Okay. Hopefully we'll see him next week. Or maybe one of these couples has a shortened storyline.
Right.
And then Mahogany and Preacher Man will pick up the rest of the season. I don't know.
Yes, Ben and Mahogany. Ben was the homeless model turned preacher, I think, if I recall correctly.
I don't understand that. Is he from California?
No, I think he's from Michigan.
Okay, lead. Okay, understandable. Because I blame lead in the water for all three of the Memphis, Michigan people. It's Memphis, it's Preacher Man, and Gino, right?
Right. Gino should have been taking a shower before letting his nasty bite on Jasmine. Agreed.
Uh-huh.
And maybe Ryan says maybe Memphis doesn't know the rules of decorum because of her lack of stable upbringing. That could be. Could be.
No.
No.
You going into a stranger's house who living with their mama and you expect to do the dirty in there? Really? You're meeting them for the first time? Okay. Maybe they do it different in Michigan. I don't know.
Right. All these Michiganders. I wasn't born here, but I've been here for the last 4 years.
Brian, try to turn them around, really. Is Ximena from another season?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
She might just look familiar. She might look like somebody else.
Wait, somebody was saying that because they were wondering if she was the same person. Remember the guy that went to Colombia? Who went down there and had a girlfriend that he was supposed to meet, that he did all these things for, and then when she turned out to be a scammer and didn't show up for him at the restaurant, he had a backup woman that he took someplace else. Remember him?
Oh, I know who you're talking
Remember
about.
him?
I can't place it though. Ryan said the one. Where was it at? Ryan said that was another Ximena.
That was another.
Oh, the other Ximena was the runner up for that guy.
Oh. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. All
Running
right.
Grable said bumping uglies in a stranger's house is so weird.
I'm sorry. You aren't you like on your best behavior when you go to other people's homes, especially if you've never met them before?
You should.
You know, maybe I'm old-fashioned. I have aged myself out of this equation. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sorry. Disregard everything that I've said. I'm just too old.
I think it's proper etiquette.
I don't have proper etiquette.
I mean, the expectation should not be you going to somebody's house and having sex that you don't know. Just saying.
But it's obviously a problem for Memphis. She tells him that, doesn't she?
She doesn't like that. She feels like he lied to her.
But then stop placing the emphasis on having sex then.
That too.
Because I'm sure he's lied to you about a whole fucking lot of other things too. And you lying to him too, so you can't be mad. Because isn't she the one that's she's not telling him about a divorce? Isn't that what she told her sister?
No,
that was none of his business.
No, she was telling him that she spent a night with her, a couple of nights with her ex-husband, but it was just an emotional night, nothing physical.
That's still a lie, though.
Right, he was there for emotional support.
Okay, wait. The other Ximena didn't have kids that we knew about. Especially if you're a loud lover, not even. No, Memphis is wrong thinking she gonna screw in that boy's mama's house. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Sex is all they have, Debbie. It's universal. They don't need to speak the same language for that. Here's the thing. They have sexy time. They don't have sex. Because if you don't know how to swing your schlong and you come at me, like how Gino came at Jasmine, we're gonna have a real problem. If you better know how to eat if you don't know how to wield your sword. I'm just saying that. And then I'm gonna get real tired of you because there's more than just eating. I'm sorry. Like, she's making a lot of tactical mistakes that I just don't understand. And this is beyond, like, this doesn't even make sense with her low self-esteem and all of that. It just doesn't. How are you going to screw? Yes. But like I said, y'all, I aged myself out of this equation. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, but we're along for the ride.
Marry this man in
week
2. Yeah. No, of her 3-week visit. Because don't forget, the 3rd week is the honeymoon. Oh my God. So Jamal, wait, what was this episode? 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, season 5, episode 3, first date, second thoughts. What do you have me watching?
A whole bunch of foolishness, but it's hilarious to me.
Well, what do we have on the we're gonna watch Real Housewives of Miami today. That came out. So we'll do that tomorrow at 2:00. Get through the recap real quick, and then we'll drop the lines, drop the link so that you can call in if you want, and we can do an end of year recap just to talk about whatever you want to talk about. That should be a mess. So Jamal, any final thoughts?
No, we are good to go.
Yay! Okay, so until next time.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye.